Alrighty guys, July 23rd here today. I think that right, yeah, July 23rd or 22nd. Um, 23rd. But anyway, bought a little something yesterday. See, truck's a little messy. We in the back of a muddy pasture to get it. See it sticking out right there. I only got the shed done. Yeah, the building part's done. I still got water, electrical, and fencing to do, but as far as the shed itself, it's done. But anyway, here it is. It's either a 68 or 69 525 with a 3 narrow corn head. Got this from some people down by Effingham. Known about it for a while. It's just been it's in the back of a pasture, kind of sitting on a edge of a slope, and it's a real muddy mess to go back and get it. And so we've been kind of waiting for a while to get a dry day, and when everybody can do it, to go get it. I put the pictures here at the beginning of this video. You see this is the one. There's still that other one down there, which I'm going to get. It might be after harvest before we get down to get it, but it's probably in too bad of a shape to get it out and get it going again. They they've been sitting about the same length, but I don't know what caused it to decay faster, but it did. Other than it looks like it's been sitting under. They thought they'd been sitting for about 15 years. Or the son-in-law of the guy owned it. Guy owned it wasn't there. But I definitely want to get a little history from him next time when I go down to get the other one. Both of them have the bigger tires on it. Got the 18.426s instead of the 14.9 tires like I got on my other one. Sure make it look a lot tougher. The other one has a single rib back tires for mud. Kind of cool. But I'm surprised the tires are still holding there, so that's good. It'll be one less thing we got to buy. I was originally just going to have 2 parts machines, but I got this one back, and it other than I'm going to go through about 50 gallon of WD-40 trying to get things loosened back up on it, but it's probably going to need about all new belts on it. It was just bad enough to where you couldn't go in and just fix everything and just run it like I did on my other one, to where you just make some repairs and just it'll still run. It's going to take some fabrication work, get stuff kind of straightened out on here. And it wasn't quite bad enough to where I wanted to part it out, so I think I decided what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to take probably do it in like a 2-year project and try to just restore the whole thing. Or I don't know about restore, but go through and fix it and fabricate everything that needs to be fixed. Sheet metal, it needs some sheet metal work. Belts, chains, bearings. Go through and do some of them that need to be replaced. Get the engine running, obviously, and then go ahead and paint the thing. So I think I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. Jeff Raymond said me and Do Farms a Bit can have a race to see who gets ours done first, which the rate things go around here, Do might beat me on that one. But anyway, you can see it needs some sheet metal. I was looking this morning, the governor's missing off of it. I need to go, I'm going to have to go back up there to the junkyard where me and Ethan went and get some parts for it. Because that other combine I'm getting might have a governor. It did not have any of the sheet metal though. But you can see like the chains are just stuck like a rock. I take a torch to get that one off. But got the 3 narrow corn head, which are pretty hard to come by. You can see it was covered in vines. The glass is out of the cab, and it was in the first picture you saw there before we moved it out of the woods. They were hauling it home, and it had some bullet holes in the glass, and I think the reason being they'd probably set up a target or something in the pasture, and then some stray bullets went through and hit the thing. Like you can see there's a bullet hole there. So they I'm going to have to go up there and get some glass, or see about, obviously this side of the cab needs glass, and that window needs glass, and the windshield needs glass, so you know, it's going to take a, go up and get some glass there, or see if we got a place here in town that can just cut me some panes out, and then get some new weather stripping to put around it. You can see the chain's not terribly stiff. I was expecting worse. It's got a pipe here holding the head up because for some reason they didn't have the header latch on this one. They had them springs. There should be a header latch that goes on here. At least on the 2-row there is. It goes on, flips down, but this one is not on here. So luckily they had this pipe here for the jack stands to take the corn head off. And we were able to run a chain all the way through, and that worked pretty good to pull it out. So there was no way it was kind of sitting on the back. It really dropped off on the back. I went down into a ravine behind the combine, so we couldn't get anything behind it to push or anything. Cab's in pretty bad shape. I'll probably take the cab off of it to do all the work and paint the thing, and then once we do that, then I'll put it back on. Don't have a key switch, just an on-off switch. Shift loaders are stuck. I have to get those cables, throw them in a bucket of diesel and get them freed up. Those have the reel speed here for the reel. The other combine is down there. This is a 68 or 69, and I posted on YT Mag last night with the serial number. And the guy said it was the fifth year for production when this one was made. And he thought they started in 65. I was thinking it was 64. I'm pretty sure, well, I know the people who had my 525 bought theirs, or the one I already have running, they bought it in 64. But now whether they called that a 65 model year, I'm not sure. So I'm leaning with this is probably a 68, but either way it doesn't really matter. It's one of the late model ones. The other one that's down there has a smaller back axle under it, and so it's probably a 65 at the latest, maybe, or 66. I was thinking in 67 they made a lot of changes to these, but I'm not sure. And that other one that's down there, though, is kind of unique. It's got an Oliver straw chopper on it, which is kind of cool. And I'll probably put that on here, even to do corn, but spread it out a little bit. Brakes work, using them yesterday. Clutch, I don't know about it. A little bit of scare yesterday. We were going down the road and went under a bridge, and right before we went under a bridge, well, probably not going to do it now. Well, let's see if it'll do it. get a, it's not going to do it now, but whole thing flipped up. It's made to flip up, and well, it did, and just about got taken off on a bridge. Yeah, it ain't gonna come up. I ain't gonna mess with it. But got this platform here to stand on these later models, which is nice. Took the chute off because it was flopping in the wind. That's the only thing I don't get, but the auger's probably been replaced at some time. They probably hit it on something at one time. It's got the early style chute on the auger instead of the later style. And that other combine down there's obviously an earlier model combine, but it's got the later style chute on it. But I mean, you can see that axle's a lot bigger if you look at any videos. It's got the axle on the other combine. It's smaller than that one. I was looking at the head, and the head's not real rusted out, or the auger trough isn't rusted out at all, or rusted through it all, which I was kind of surprised for sitting outside that long. Haven't really dug down. I don't know how the auger troughs here are going to be with all the coon crap and everything that's in here. But we'll see. I don't know. It wouldn't be too hard to pull these augers out and then roll a piece of metal down in the bottom there and weld back in. Might have to do that. I don't know if it had the factory. It looks like it had a bent extension on it one time. You look at the paint there. I don't know what happened to it. Too bad it's not on there. It's got this board here that was in the tank, and there's another one down there. They have these clips, and it almost makes me think it had a wood bent extension around it, which is possible. Got a straight pipe on it, which I'll probably leave on, and I'll put a chrome one on it though. There's the engine. Still turns over. The belt won't turn it up on compression, but the crankshaft is turning right now until it gets up on compression. But anyway, supposedly the son-in-law thought, or no, his guy's brother thought that he had overhauled this engine right before, or a couple months before he decided to quit farming and park the thing. So it might have a fresh overhaul, but I'd have to get it running and see. Poked a hole in the radiator, almost. But I'm pretty excited to get this thing going. The CB radio, that'll be leaving. No one has a CB anymore. Everybody's got cell phones. But I like cell phones because I can have YouTube wherever I go. But so yeah, it's gonna be a project, but I think get the chains freed up and and do some fabrication work, which is why we have a steel shop here. I think we can get her going. They what was I gonna say? Forget. But anyway, another cool thing about this I noticed once I got it home, the dealer sticker on the one that's down there still has the dealer stickers, original dealer sticker says Biggs and Sons, I think it is, out of Casey, Illinois, is where it was sold out of originally. But the cool thing about this one is a town called Bement that's south of Monticello, about 7 miles, where I live here in Monticello, or by Monticello. And this combine was sold out of Morris Equipment in Bement, Illinois, so it made the loop down to Effingham and it came back home here, which is kind of neat. It's only about 10 miles from its original home. Now this is Morris Farm Equipment, Bement, Illinois. They're an Oliver dealer, and I was going to call down there this morning and get the story on, because they were a dealer and he's still a used equipment jockey south of town. But I was thinking in the 60s they had sold, our dad was thinking they had sold what the place now is Jennings Implement down in Bement. And they were a mini dealer, and so I'm not sure if there was a mini and an Oliver, and the mini dealer bought Jennings bought the Oliver dealer out, or what happened. But I was going to call down there and talk to the owner this morning and see what and see how that happened. But I'm definitely going to straighten this piece out because I want to keep that original sticker. Might take a picture of it and see if I can get a new one made up, because I love that, having the original dealer stickers on stuff. Kind of cool to see where it came out of originally. I'll probably do that. I'll see if I can get, there's a pretty good decal place here in town, and they custom make decals, and it might cost a little bit, but I'm going to see if I can have a couple of them made up to put back on the combine after we get done painting it. But that's pretty far thinking right now. But anyway, I'm pretty excited to get it. Sure looks cool with them bigger tires on there. Down there they also got the brother who helped us load it, brother to the guy who owned this. He still farms, but he's got an old 545 Oliver sitting out in the pasture. And it's got a six-row corn head on it, which I thought I might see if I can at least buy the corn head, or buy some parts, which I think he'll sell me some parts for sure, off of it, and I'll just get a couple new snouts and have to see if I need any snapping rolls or anything like that. Last summer, before I went up to HCOP, a couple of my gathering chains were frozen from sitting down in the dirt, and I got them loosened up, but I can't remember where the heck it was. Dad found a place that still had new gathering chains you could order for this combine, and so I think I'm probably gonna have to do that. Get 6 new gathering chains, because these things are about, anything like a rock, you about use them as a hammer. Hold on, sorry about that. I think they hit this one with the mower probably. Tangled up in the vines here. But anyway, this is going to be a project for a rainy day here. Got to get a 7800 going and whatnot. Get a couple other things done. Someday we'll get on to this. Probably be this next spring before we can get torn into it, but we'll see. I'll probably try to get it running and get it running here and drive it over to Dad's, do all the repair work over there, and then bring it back here and do all the metal fab work in this shop. And then I'll probably take it out and run the thing in the field and run it, at least run it a couple rounds, see how it's going to do, and then go ahead and paint it. But I don't know. I'd like to take it up to HCOP. Once I get this here, the one bean head that's on the other combine, I think it's a 13 foot also, but I think it's probably too far gone to try to save. So I'll just have it for parts. So I'm going to have a 13 foot bean head and a 3 narrow corn head and a 2 wide corn head. Obviously won't have it ready for HCOP next year. I'd really be surprised if I did, but I know I won't. So it might have to be like 3 years out, which would be cool, but we'll see. And some of you probably wonder why this head is white. It's painted all white, and that is, I'm pretty sure it's because when they were selling these, they had the 525 and the Cockshutt 525 and the Minneapolis 2890, all the same combine. But if they painted the heads white, then they could send that head to whatever dealer, went on any combine, and they didn't have to worry about color coordinating the heads with the combines anymore. So I think here is their 68 or so, 60, yeah, 68, 69 time they started painting them white. But anyway, that's what they did with them. So I'm pretty excited to here get this thing out and get it going. It takes some work, but it's what we do. I can't quite make out what this says. Model, probably M-O-D-E-L, model. I don't know. O-N something, not one, that doesn't make sense. But it'll be a project, and anyway, thanks everybody for watching.